Stadium. Not a lot of undefeated clubs left after 3 weeks, and we're going to have one fewer in a little bit. We're off in a battle of 3-0 teams. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Willie Gay there on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Richardson to throw. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Vegas first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
They kick the running back in motion. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll throw again, Richardson. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. He's got it on the slant. Touchdown! Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. He's on the move. Looking right, throwing deep. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. It's Nix out of the pistol. Into the hands of Colt. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. Works his way to the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Play action with Nix. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Brought in right side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward. Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Has it at the 37. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Broncos get set to take over. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Nix off the play action. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. We've got 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have it 3rd and 7. This complete to Colt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They'll throw again. Nix. Complete to Mims. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Dump off caught by his back. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Now toss it to Etienne. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown. Broncos take a second quarter lead. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback, powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On first down, it's Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up second down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Richardson now on second and 10. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Richardson on third. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10. Sending a receiver left. Nix from the gun. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He has the first over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Well, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
Now Nix on third down. He'll get this to ETN. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Fits it through the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Running back sent in motion. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Pat Surtain has it. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further. Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Etienne on 3rd down. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Touchdown, Denver! Racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First down throw here from Richardson. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 23-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Richardson now on first and 10. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Nix with it on first. Throwing for the end zone. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos piling it on going into halftime. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. It's Nix out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. Now he'll try one deep down the... Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They'll throw again, Richardson. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Called in left side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Play action with Nix. That's taken in by Etienne. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
1st down, Broncos.
Nix looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nix off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. Now here he goes. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Nix from the gun. Nearly an interception on that play. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Raider football. On first down, it's Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. Look at this out of the bag of tricks. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Etienne. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3. On the move, headed right. Wide open, downfield, got it! And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A pickup there of 39. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Cut out left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Man in motion out of the slot. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing now off play action. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Buys time, rolling right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in, touchdown. The Raiders shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. 3 quarters in the books from this one. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They send a man in motion. They go right back to ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Etienne again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
That's completed out to the right. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 6 coming up here. This is Etienne. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Here's Etienne on the give. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, the back's got it downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 3-score game in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. The ball is loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it can go harmlessly out of bounds.
Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant, because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
He's loaded another one up. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st down.
They'll throw again. Richardson throwing deep for the end zone. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Now a give. It's Etienne headed left. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Broncos close to beginning the year 4-0. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying it right side with Etienne. And this one does not go far.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Richardson to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field.
And they pick him off again! And the Broncos are going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing...
He lays out for it and makes the catch! They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run. Etienne pushing for the end zone. And it holds the football. It's not loose. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos picked up the fumble and ran it home. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that'll bring up 2nd down. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Broncos are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.